Topstream's movie star and his mystery girlfriend were kissing downstairs. So I rushed down to watch the fun. The next day, trending topics blew up and I was mistaken for Topstream's girlfriend. Taken as a target. I was chased by his fans for 3 blocks and almost didn't take me to the gauntlet. East Coast Scion was so pissed off that he posted a clarification. Damn. That's my wife. She's a clueless pregnant woman. I cried, cheek clinging to Prince's thighs. Woohoo. The family. Who understands eat a melon. Almost lost his life. Early in the morning. I was woken up by my agent's life-threatening call. When I picked up the phone, the person on the other end was yelling at me. Lola Hart. Your old habit of watching the action is back. Isn't it? How can you sleep when something big is going on? My name is Lola Hart. I'm an 18th-tier singer who has been on the road for many years and is still a vegetarian. I have no talent. But my greatest hobby is to watch the hilarity. When others say something loudly, I have to come out to watch without eating. And my main focus is a naive and curious. What's wrong? I was baffled. The manager dropped the question. Read trending topics yourself. He hung up the phone with a grumpy thud. I got up from the bed, rubbed a handful of eyeballs, and absently opened my cell phone. The red word explosion stood out on the trending topics list. I clicked on it and took a look. All of a sudden, I was energized. It's going to die. I don't know which unscrupulous paparazzi took a picture of me and Shane Sterling in a mansion late at night. The angle of the photo is so ambiguous. In the photo, even if my avatar is clear, I'm still smiling happily at Topstream with my big teeth bared. The comment section instantly exploded. TMs. Finally found you along the net line. You are my brother's secretly raised sister-in-law? The netizens are all dead people? Still don't pick her up? Back upstairs. Her name is Lola Hart. A 28th line that can't get any worse. It's a midnight show. Isn't it? Shane Sterling. You really? I cry dead. Career upturn in love. We fans stay up all night to give you a list. Give you due data. The result is that you overnight to send me a love show drama queen sister-in-law. I cannot look at a little bit. Do not recognize the word go to death. Are fans also a part of your play? I'll stand here and see who dares to find her to shoot a movie. I'll boycott to the end. Lola Hart. You dead cheerleader. String bean. Just like that. I was raked over the coals. My unattended Twitter account was flooded with 99+ private messages. All of them were from Shane Sterling's fans. Some of them got my home address and threatened to troll brigade me. Shane Sterling is one of the fastest rising male celebrities in recent times. A while ago, he became popular with a puppet show. But not even 2 months after he became popular, his fans found out that he was in a relationship. Originally, male celebrities talk about love secretly even if. But the result of his girlfriend is also exceptionally high profile. The movement will pop up on the network to find presence. But also and his fans scolding. Bitchy. Oh. The money you spend on your brother. He used to buy me a bag. He. Is not very jealous? If you're jealous, come and bite me. Why does my brother like me? Ask him. See if he cares about you. You little black boy. It caused fans to storm out. Because of this photo, I was mistaken for his girlfriend by his fans. And was chased by his fans for 3 blocks. Almost didn't take me to GA. But. Help. Family. Who understands? I'm just a gossip enthusiast who ran for the hills. My mind is spinning like crazy. Trying to figure out how to prove my innocence. East Coast Scion Victor Van Doren, who always keeps a low profile, was so angry he posted a clarification online. TMs. That's my wife. She's just a clueless pregnant foodie. Victor Van Doren, the showbiz investor behind the scenes, is handsome and rich. He almost never shows his face in public. But his legend is all over the world. Netizens don't believe him and dislike him. When you are out and about, your online identity is your own. You say yes or no. Domineering CEO rarely beeped. Please watch the VCR in detail. Then he put a video on the network video that night. I chewed a chicken leg. Ran from far away. Hid under the tree. Bared his teeth and watched the top stream kissing video. Then there was a video of Victor Van Doren himself carefully picking me up to take me to the hospital for my prenatal checkup. The domineering CEO was so angry he spat. Now. Believe it. She, Lola Hart, is my wife. I really think. The internet blew up again. The picture took a steep turn. Netizens. Laughing me to death. Thanks to the monitoring. You say you a pregnant woman do not properly nourish the fetus. Run to get together what is so lively. Almost net explosion the wrong person. This sister thief funny. Look so beautiful. The results of specializing in the kind of earth and on the head of the domineering CEO small skit. Did not expect me to be the heroine. No. You two are playing my domineering CEO's wife. I didn't realize that you were East Coast Science little wife. Victor Van Doren and I are in a business marriage. The marriage was set in stone by our families. But he and I haven't gotten along since we were kids. He thinks I'm too delicate and love to join in the fun. And I think he's too cool to do anything about it. Even my girlfriends make fun of me. The marriage partner is so handsome and ascetic. What are you still not satisfied with? I glanced at her. He abstained from sex so early? My girlfriend was speechless. Later. I realized. He abstained from the fart of desire. On the day of graduation. We both drank a little. And ended up having a wild night. Afterwards. We realized that we were both very happy with each other. I thought. No matter what. He will be the one to marry me in the end. He had a good body and was so handsome. So I went along with it. It wasn't long before I found out I was pregnant. But I still can't change my bad habits. Last month. Someone on the road fighting. I ran over to join in the fun. Because laughing too loudly. Was the opposite side of the person mistakenly thought it was a helper. And received a beating for nothing. My face was covered in color. Victor Van Doren came to the police station with his lawyer to fish me out. Gritting his teeth. Lola Hart. Next time. You try getting in on the fun? My heart was pounding. I watched as that Lu Xiao's little Stepford wife was Netflixed because she was mistaken for Top Stream's girlfriend for eating melon hit trending topics. At this time, Victor Van Doren's life-threatening serial call called one after another. I was so scared that I didn't dare to answer it and hid in his luxury villa as an ostrich. Thinking of last year. That was the darkest moment of my life. My family's capital chain suddenly broke. Overnight broke the production. Mom and Dad ran away to foreign countries overnight. Leaving me alone. Everyone was teasing and mocking that Victor Van Doren must be abandoning me. Why would East Coast Scion want a woman with a broken child? In the first place, a business marriage is a combination of interests. And it is only natural that he should be abandoned when he runs out of money. I'm fine with that. My career is not the slightest improvement. As always. In the entertainment industry playing soy sauce. Acting the dog cannot see the dirt domineering CEO video. But then I was tested and found out I was pregnant. It was Victor Van Doren's baby. I was in my bedroom. Watching that pregnancy test slowly show 2 red lines. I had mixed feelings. I thought long and hard about it before I finally made the big decision. I, Lola Hart, am not the kind of woman who carries a man's child and chooses to suffer all the indignities in silence. I had thought it through and was going to go to him for a showdown. The problem is a good one. Pay me a fortune and tell me to take my ball and get the hell out of there. I can. He didn't really love me anyway. The next day, I went to Victor Van Doren's office to see him. The ride was uneventful. In the president's office, the man was sitting on a leather black swivel seat. Suited and booted. As cold and upright as ever. Handsome to excess. Why didn't you answer my call? Victor Van Doren was visibly frozen for a moment the moment he saw me suddenly coming to his company to look for him. In fact, after my family went bankrupt, Victor Van Doren didn't immediately clear his relationship with me. Instead, he went against the norm and took more initiative to show his love to me than before. Even openly and high profile, brought me to attend the luxury jewelry auction. In the capacity of his fiancée. In fact, I understand. He did this. Just did not want to immediately dump me in this storm and ruin his reputation. After all, even the richest people also want face. So after that time, I also completely figured it out. And my attitude towards him was also cold. I'm really tired of this kind of play between the rich and powerful. I also want to leave. So, during this time, his phone did not pick up. WeChat also did not return. All with their own busy to shrug off. After a month, I saw him again. I have a lot of thoughts. I stood in place and took a deep breath. Calmed down a bit. Before I told him that I was pregnant and my future plans. The words just fell out. Just look at Victor Van Doren's face that was originally with a smile all of a sudden darkened. He faintly heckled. You want to take the money and take my child with you? That tone of voice hated to eat me. Uh-huh. I nodded with all the courage I could muster. He walked towards me with his long legs. The guy's aura was just too powerful. I thought he was going to sulk. Fling me 2 platinum cards. And insult me into getting the hell out of there as fast as possible. That's the kind of simple, brutal insults I like. I thought. As it turned out, this guy, however, did not follow the rules. An operation as fierce as a tiger. Tugging my hand. Oh. It's not tugging. It's a gentler action than tugging. Is holding. He immediately held my hand. Went to the Civil Affairs Bureau to get a license. And also picked me up back to the Lou residence. In less than half an hour, I became a legitimate Mrs. Lou. I looked at the 2 little red books in my hand. I was in deep thought. There was only one thought in my head. If this is divorced, I should be able to share half of his property. Right? This seems to be a little bit more cost-effective than flee with the baby. Do you want to treat me like the trophy wife you raised? Let me tell you something. Victor Van Doren. I'm a woman of honor. And I value money as my life. You have to pay for it. I cursed. Victor Van Doren, however, did not care and drove to Lou's house. Got out of the car with me in his arms and carried me all the way to his bed in his bedroom. Moving carefully for fear of hurting me. He tugged on his tie. His face expressionless. And instructed. Nurture your baby at home. The play won't need to be filmed for a while first. Hearing that angered me. Do I look like the kind of woman who doesn't work hard to move bricks and mortar, but still lets people take advantage of me? I stood up and shouted back. Why? You say what you want. Then the CEO of Domineering, handed me a couple of platinum cards with unlimited swipes with no expression on his face. I immediately changed my face from Sichuan opera and smiled. Oh. Of course. Husband. Whatever hubby says. Hubby is thirsty. Do you want some water? Is hubby hungry? Surely you must be tired after all this. Whoops. That was close. Almost offended the golden father. Victor Van Doren. And don't go to crowded places to join in the fun. You're carrying a baby now. You need to stay at home and nourish the baby. Don't move the fetus. What's the fun in life if you don't go out and join in the fun? I protested in a low voice. Then I'll watch the fun. Can I do it on my back? They won't be able to hit my stomach. You. Victor Van Doren was so exasperated by me that he couldn't speak. Put down his gold-rimmed glasses and pinched his eyebrows. How long has it been since the last time you got beaten up in the police station for getting together? And you can't remember? I cried and begged. Husband. Victor Van Doren slashed his face. It's useless to call your husband. Don't let me hear a word of no. Yo. He's so domineering, CEO. I love him. Domineering CEO handed me a few more real estate certificates. I immediately ran over and kissed the corner of his mouth. Easily taken. Thank you, hubby. Mwahaha. I gleefully reached for the real estate certificates. But Victor Van Doren tugged at the corner of the certificate and looked at me with sunken eyes. Warning. If I find out that you've been playing around, I'll confiscate all your platinum cards. I wouldn't dare. I curtsied. The memories are coming back. Now I've not only gone to the party, but I've made a big deal out of it. I've made it to trending topics. And I've got Victor Van Doren involved in it. And he's dead on the spot. I hung up the phone and took the lead on grovel, skillfully sending Victor Van Doren dog-licking little essays. Husband. Can you believe it? I was just passing by. It was the family nanny who wanted to see it. I went to stop her and ended up being photographed. It's really just a matter of camera angle. Hubby. You believe in my person. I'm not the kind of person who loves to get together. I've changed. I've really changed. Hubby. Why don't you say something? Are you playing lust with me? Hubby. I forgot to say to you today. I love you. Then heart. I have sent a lot of my self-esteem to the past. After 10 minutes. Victor Van Doren calmly replied to me with 2 big words. Open the door. It turned out that he drove his Cyclone sports car and accelerated directly back to his home. With my heart in my throat, I ran out of the bedroom and looked at him from upstairs. Victor Van Doren was standing in the doorway with a murderous look on his face grim. Without saying a word, I rushed down and hugged him. You. Victor Van Doren didn't have time to speak. I hurriedly wrapped my arms around his neck and pouted, trying to smooth his blasted hair. Hold your tongue for a second. Husband. Kiss first. I was so afraid he would destroy me. Victor Van Doren pulled me away carefully, his eyes looking at my stomach, then upward, staring at my face, looking worried, his tone gentle. Don't run. You're 9 months pregnant and going into labor. Don't keep running around. He gently tucked my hair behind my ear and whispered soothingly. Are you freaking out? Don't worry about the internet. I'll take care of it. Oh. So he came back because he was worried about me. I thought he was coming after me. I didn't know if Victor Van Doren was really angry. So to be safe, I confessed in advance myself, whispering. I really didn't know that Shane Sterling's mystery girlfriend was Sophia Cunningham. I was really convinced. I never thought that the netizens would be so good at picking on people. After realizing that I'm just a gossip enthusiast, they immediately found out that Shane Sterling's mysterious girlfriend is Sophia Cunningham. Fans on the spot on the internet popularization. Less than half a day's work. Even people ancestors 8 generations have been raked out. Shane Sterling's mysterious girlfriend is Sophia Cunningham. 26 years old. A rich second-generation internet celebrity. I heard that her family is very rich. And Shane Sterling's next movie is invested by her family. I heard that Sophia Cunningham bought this mansion for him. So my idol took the money I gave him for the list and exchanged it for a bag to please the rich woman, who turned around and praised him again, giving him a single persona and cheating us poor people out of our money. It's very good. Forming a perfect closed loop. Hot knowledge. This sister also gave East Coast Scion a high-profile confession of love when she was in college. Or lighting white candles under fraternity house kind of love. Good guy. So say. Feel Shane Sterling is and Prince looks a bit like. The original rich woman shelved this play replacement goldfish it. There's also a good thing that fans have picked up the photo of the confession from the early days of the past. In the photo, under the fraternity house, Sophia Cunningham is wearing a white wedding dress on her head, standing in the center of a row of love candles that have been lit, next to a huge crowd of college students, snorting a big tooth to see the fun. Watching the matter is not big enough. Fans also thoughtfully put the first row of melon eaters I gave a separate red circle circled out. Above labeled text. Mr. Lou's current petite wife is also online to eat melon. I really bolted Q. Netizens. Laughing me to death. This sister, how were all her? Good guy. This joke really cannot see the end. How this also hole into a continuous drama. Code of. For a moment. Actually cannot say who is the victim. The plot is more and more outrageous. Ha ha ha. Acting to the grand finale. Good sisters remember to kick me. Good people life peace. Amen. Sophia Cunningham. I do know. This name, which I haven't heard in a while, suddenly brought back memories of my damn youth. In my memories, Victor Van Doren grew up to be a handsome guy. That guy. Never ugly. Girls who liked him lined up from North 3rd Ring Road to South 3rd Ring Road. I don't know if everyone was blind. In college, I went to the same school as him. I witnessed his high popularity. The confession wall was densely hung with his name. But because he himself is really too cold, so are the majority of the crush. Dare to take the initiative to attack the girl almost no. There was only one girl who took a different approach. And that was Sophia Cunningham, the daughter of the powerful Sung family. A super good-looking art department flower. At that time, I was just a silent gossip enthusiast. I didn't know that the gears of fate would soon start turning. And 2 years later, I was caught off guard and engaged to Victor Van Doren. On that day, the big story that Sophia Cunningham, the art department's flower, was going to confess her love to the school's top student under fraternity house instantly hit the confession wall. The whole school was in an uproar. Even the security guard's Labrador dog ran out to see what was going on. The finance department dormitory was surrounded by a full of water. I am such a love of watching the people naturally rush to the forefront. Occupy the best position. Hair are running loose. High melon seeds. Gasping for breath. No. Where's the leading lady? My best friend smiled. There were too many people around. The lead actress didn't even squeeze in. What? I was laughing my ass off. My best friend added. The lead actor didn't come down either. I still remember that day. When all the onlookers were in place. It took more than an hour for the female lead to squeeze in. She waited downstairs for a long time. I don't know if Victor Van Doren sent her something. But she looked at her cell phone and started to cry. After a short while, she cursed the scumbag and ran away crying. It was kinda sad to begin with. Turns out the president of the Conspicuous Pack skateboarding club was holding a bullhorn and was down there opening up the floor, taking advantage of the opportunity to recruit new members. Laughing at me. I sat in the first row, bared my teeth and giggled. My stomach hurt. The light suddenly hit my face. I looked up. And at some point, the lead actor, Victor Van Doren, suddenly came down from his dorm. I thought to myself, what's wrong with this guy? He didn't show up when the lead actress was down there. And now that the show is over, why is he coming out? Victor Van Doren stared at me. His eyes blazing. His hands in his pockets. His tone angry. Lola Hart. You're everywhere. What are you doing here? I've known Victor Van Doren since we lived across the hall from each other. I've always been a fun-loving person. And my biggest hobby is eating melon with my sisters. There is nothing I, Lola Hart, don't know about the love-hate relationship and the short stories of the family in this 10-mile radius. The most talked about topic at that time was handsome men. Victor Van Doren was the most handsome man in our circle. So he was the one we gossiped about the most. Since we were neighbors, the little sisters often asked me to go deeper into the line to find out what he was up to these days. For example, which sister has he been close to lately? And whether his emotional thoughts have fluctuated lately. So I was extra dedicated. In and out of class, I kept an eye on him. When we went to morning exercises, I deliberately lined up with him. When he played basketball, I went to watch him. Just like a paparazzi. Slowly, the two of us have more natural contact. Even his basketball teammates know me. And even praised me for being cute. As a result, this guy owes a beating very much. Looking at me and his roommate smile. Eyes pressed with a faintly unhappy. With a hand over my eyes. Pulling my back collar. Pulling back. Mouth cheaply damage me. What's so cute? A peanut who loves to get her shit together. He called out to me. Peanut. Let's go. Hey. I was furious. You're the peanut. I tilted my head back to look at him. A teenager in a jersey with lean, toned arms and defined abs. He was carrying a black duffel bag over one shoulder and was quite tall. The sun was setting on his face. And his side was a handsome mess. His single eyelid slightly drooped. Suddenly smiled at me. Lazy. Youthful. My heartbeat suddenly missed half a beat. Okay. I pursed my lips, realizing that this guy was a little bit handsome. Just a little. Though. Who knows? Fate is so magical. Instead, a few years later, Victor Van Doren became my husband. In Lou's mansion. Do you remember that Sophia Cunningham? I knew Shane Sterling lived here. But I didn't know Sophia Cunningham bought him the house. Which Sophia Cunningham? Victor Van Doren carefully helped me into the bedroom and sat down on the couch with a calm expression. I don't remember. I don't know if I really don't remember. Or if I'm just pretending. I'd sked my mouth, wanting to get in his ear in the middle of the night and say, "That's the Sophia Cunningham who lit candles for you in college." But I didn't have the guts. Victor Van Doren reassures me. Relax. It's over. I've informed people to block the news. Trending topics has been blown up by me. Me. Not bad for a domineering CEO. I give a thumbs up. Victor Van Doren added. Just in case. I've sent a few more bodyguards downstairs. You're about to give birth. And I've stopped working. So I'll stay at home with you exclusively. Ah. That's not necessary. Is it? I turned my head in shock. If you're not at home, I can still go out and eat melon. If you're home, what about me? Life is boring enough as it is. You think it's easy to be a paid trophy wife? Victor Van Doren didn't notice my little emotion, and smiled out of the corner of his eye. Yes. As a responsible husband, it's proper to take care of your kids and wife. I have a feeling he's adapting to the role of a father faster than I am. Since we got married, the high-cool domineering CEO is not high-cool anymore, and often loves to laugh. I can't even understand him anymore. The fickle domineering CEO wringed my waist from behind, touched my propped-up stomach. His voice was soft beyond words. How's the baby today? Did it mess with you? My eyes looked out and I said absent-mindedly, no. He followed my line of sight, then realized something was wrong and frowned. What are you staring at here? I was instantly agitated. 2 dogs fighting. Victor Van Doren raised an eyebrow. Where? You saw it from this far away? I got energized at the mention of this. And my tone was sure. You'll see. Master Wang will be coming out soon. Victor Van Doren was puzzled. Who is Mr. Wang again? I'm sorry. I analyzed him with a glance. You don't even know. That beagle dog's balls are huge. When he was young, his girlfriend played a lot. He was a trust fund brat who left love all over the place. And now his socialite girlfriend's brother is coming to find him to fight. And that's the poodle. The dog of the B block's Wang's sister. And both of them are going to get married. Victor Van Doren. There you go again. I shook his hand. Excited. Husband. You accompany me to take a look. Victor Van Doren sighed helplessly. You go to dog fights? Now you are still pregnant with a baby. Go anywhere to join in the fun. You really? I am trying my best to be pampered. Husband. Please go with me to take a look. He was unusually resolute. Go to bed. He carried me to bed and tucked me in. 10 minutes later. Me. Husband. Victor Van Doren. Sleep. Me. Honey. Victor Van Doren. 1 minute later. I hear his voice grinding his back teeth grooves. Let's go. Last time. Lola heart. It's just getting dark and Victor Van Doren is holding my hand. Carefully instructed. Walk carefully. Just look. Don't get too close. Okay. Here we are. Neighbors from the mansion are coming in with bushels of fans. One of them, wearing a scarf, enthusiastically took my hand and called me by my first name. Big guy. The head of the intelligence organization is here. Quickly make way. Head of the group. You can be late for the melon today, huh? Only now. You see. All of us are not accustomed to it. Me. I was too bored to raise my fetus at home. So I often gossiped with the grandma and grandpa downstairs. Because I can delete text messages to the grandma and grandpa. Deleted in the whole neighborhood are notorious. This person also love gossip. So I was elected to become the intelligence team leader. Victor Van Doren heard. Lowered his eyes, glanced at me. I was so embarrassed that my voice trembled when I spoke. I immediately shrugged it off and denied it. Look at what you said. What intelligence, team leader. I just came out to kill some food and walk around. A couple of moms and dads surrounded me and chattered. In a few words, a few people were ruined. That one person blah. 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 After talking for a long time, the other older woman realized Victor Van Doren, looked at the handsome man. Her face was all smiles. And asked, "Who is this little handsome man?" Victor Van Doren nodded politely and held my hand. As good as he could be. "Hello, Auntie. I'm her husband." Auntie exclaimed. "Ah. You are Wan Huan's husband?" Auntie pointed her finger at me. "But didn't you say that your husband died and you are a widow? And you asked me to wait until you give birth and introduce you to the rich fresh meat in this neighborhood?" Victor Van Doren's face darkened at that. And with a little more anger, he gritted his teeth and said, "Lola Hart." I died on the spot. It looked like the man was still there. But he had actually been gone for a while. I looked at him, still trying to weasel my way out of it, when my stomach suddenly ached vaguely. "Honey." My forehead was sweating from the pain. "What's wrong?" Victor Van Doren was shocked and quickly apologized. "I'm sorry. Did I just speak too loudly and scare you?" In fact, he just spoke not too loud at all. "It's just that." I pointed at my stomach and was in so much pain that I was convulsing. "Hubby. It seems like I'm going into labor." "What?" Everyone around me freaked out. "Crowd. You said you're about to have a baby. Why are you running out to eat melons?" In the end, dogs were fighting. People were screaming. And 120 emergency vehicles were running. The chickens are flying and the dogs are jumping. Help! Who eats melons until she goes into labor and gives birth? When I woke up, I was already in the delivery room. I gave birth to a boy. 8 pounds. 2 tails. When I opened my eyes, Victor Van Doren was weakly holding my hand. His eyes were blue. He couldn't hide his worried eyes. The housekeeper said that young master had not closed his eyes for 3 days and nights to take care of me. He took care of me and the child during my monthly period. When the baby cried at night, he didn't get annoyed and patiently coaxed the baby and changed his diaper. After coaxing the baby, he also had to put me to bed. Although there were many nannies in the house, he also took care of everything himself, taking care of me personally and rubbing my body. Sometimes, the wound pulling pain. He looked at the heartbroken to death, often secretly crying in the middle of the night. He is a big president to help me with everything. I feel very dirty. I am not accustomed to pulling his hand. A little awkward. Why don't you let the nanny do it? I'm afraid you'll hate it. Victor Van Doren looked at me and kissed my forehead favorably, staring at me and smiling. You're my wife. Why would I dislike you? If I don't take care of you, who will I take care of? Just this one sentence made me break my defense. I don't know if it's because people are always especially sensitive during the monthly period, or because the family broke up and mom and dad left me to run away. Suddenly a person treats you so well without reservation. It's easy to fall in love. I looked at him with mixed feelings. Tears stained the pillow. I seemed to have a crush on Victor Van Doren. Liked it so much that I didn't even want to eat the melons online. Just like that. A year has passed. Loving people is like raising flowers. Victor Van Doren takes very good care of me. He let me do whatever I wanted to do. He supported me. After having a baby, he was afraid that I would be depressed and emo. He compliments me a lot on how pretty I look, how cute I am, how my eyes look like stars. Even the love of getting together, which was super disliked by him before. He doesn't talk about me anymore. And also told me that it's okay to eat melon, as long as I bring him along. It was really silly. There were several times when I was tempted to ask him a question. Victor Van Doren, do you like me? Not because of this child. Without this child, would you still take such good care of me? But I felt pretentious. Or rather, I was afraid. Afraid that if I asked him, I'd hear an answer I didn't want to hear. That would be a big offense. Hey. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that. It's hard enough to be around someone you love with an apprehensive heart. So then I flee with the baby. With a baby. Naturally. I didn't black out Victor Van Doren's contact info. I just told him that I wanted to cool off and reconsider our relationship. He called. I didn't answer. He came to see me. I didn't. Victor Van Doren had no choice but to start learning from me. Sending me little dog-licking essays and sound bites. You've got it all wrong. Wife. This stupid clueless thought I left because the nanny was chewing on a rumor that he and Sophia Cunningham were kissing downstairs. That day, Sophia Cunningham came to my house to see Victor Van Doren. In fact, she had already come to my house several times in the meantime. But Victor Van Doren had ignored her. Maybe this stalker was so annoying that Victor Van Doren felt the need to talk to her. So he went there. So the nannies ate their melon. Nanny A. Ma'am. Miss Song and Mr. Song are talking downstairs. Nanny B. Ma'am. Miss Song and Mr. Song are talking downstairs. And Mr. Song even hugged her. Nanny C. Ma'am. Miss Song and Mr. Song are downstairs talking. Hugging. And finally boinking. And Miss Song was so moved that she cried. I'm convinced. Was she moved to tears? It was clearly scolding. Don't ask me how I know. But there's surveillance. The woman tried to kiss my husband on the mouth. But he slapped her away. After we got home that day, Victor Van Doren even broke down and took a shower all night saying it was disgusting. Victor Van Doren densely sent me so many words of explanation. The last words were, "Wife. I love you." Later he also transferred 1314000 to me. I had been pretending to be a dead man. I immediately clicked on the receipt. Victor Van Doren was moved to tears over there. And immediately said, "Wife. Money. I received. Heart you take back. Victor Van Doren." After leaving the Lukes, I'm back on set doing the little domineering CEO skits that 18-line starlets are supposed to do. Shane Sterling, the top streamer, was a double plug in the last 2 years because he was exposed as a double plug for being adopted by a rich woman and for abandoning his male sister-in-law during his time as a vegetarian. And he lost all his resources and was reduced to doing small sketches with me. My agent cursed. This drama group is purely messing things up. Knowing that you were almost mistaken for his girlfriend 2 years ago. So they purposely paired the two of you up to maliciously create heat. I'm a small fry like you. And I usually don't know who I'm working with until I've signed the contract after I've accepted the drama. I was applying my own makeup in the makeup room on the set. Who cares? The top stream is all smudged. No one will look at it. In this circle, we never see the old people crying but only the new ones laughing. When you're a celebrity, you'll be on trending topics even if you take a shit. When you're dead, no one cares about you. But Shane Sterling is over. And he deserves it. It just makes me sick to my stomach to be in a movie with him. I took the movie because the storyline was very similar to my own experience. It's about a woman who gets married before she falls in love. And because of a misunderstanding, the main character flee with the baby. And it's over in 10 days. So it's close to home and I can go home and take care of my kids at night. My agent patted me on the shoulder and comforted me. Then you'll just have to get over it. I nodded. At that moment, the producer informed me that it was time to go to the shoot. I put on my makeup and went to the set. And there was Victor Van Doren. I froze in place for a good 3 seconds. "What are you doing here?" He stared at me. His eyes burning. "Don't you know? I'm the lead actor in this play." I was half speechless. What? Later, I realized that the company that invested in the movie was also owned by Victor Van Doren. The big boss said he wanted to be the lead actor. So who dared to say no? We started to walk through the scene, discussing the plot. Victor Van Doren held the script in his hand and asked in a serious manner. Only his tone didn't feel like he was asking about the script. But about me. Why do you think the heroine ran? What's the motive for her behavior? That male lead has said he loves her and treats her well. I didn't even dare to raise my head to look at him. Because the hero resented it before and loved to tease her. Victor Van Doren frowned slightly. Is it possible to tease because you like it? I looked up speechlessly. Where do you get the idea that it's because you like it? He looked at me. His smile light and warm. And flipped through the script. Reminding me warmly. Psychological activities. The last 3 pages of the script have a special description of the male lead's psychological activities. Oh. Awkward. I hadn't seen there yet. I was just thinking about what to do to ease the embarrassment when I saw Victor Van Doren put down the script and suddenly and in a solemn tone confessed. I'm going through the same mental motions. Lola Hart. I like you. I blushed red and panicked. Changing the subject and interrupting him. Can you be serious? Serious rehearsal. Victor Van Doren looked at me with a wider smile. Can you listen to me for a second? I felt that he had come here to play a trick on me. And I slammed down my book in anger and left. Victor Van Doren's long legs ran over to me and stopped me from leaving. Explaining in a hushed voice. I don't like Sophia Cunningham. I know. Then why are you running? When he asked that, my eyes instantly turned red. As if all my aggression was surging upwards uncontrollably. I sobbed. Because you don't like me. Who said I don't like you? He reached out and wiped the tears from my face. Heartbroken to the core. Like a promise. Word for word. I've liked you for a long time. Liar. I sobbed through a handful of tears. You used to call me Peanut. And you thought I was a hoot. Victor Van Doren hugged me. His forehead against mine. And bowed his head. His tone slowing down to a whisper. I'm sorry. I didn't know better in the past. I always thought of bullying you because I liked you. And wanted you to notice me. And as a result, I made our Juan sad and upset. In fact, I want to say that I have liked you for a long time. I like that you who loves to get together and eat melons everywhere. I can't believe he would say something like that. Tilting my head back to look at him. Oh. Are you saying this because I'm the mother of your child? You're just saying that because I'm the mother of a child? You're lying to me. Victor Van Doren. It's not because you're the mother of the child that I'm saying this. And it's not because of the child that I like you. It's because I like you that I have a child. Or else why do you think you're the one who's marrying me? I remembered that the Liu family had proposed a marriage. My best friend even said, Victor Van Doren is so rich. Why does he want to marry you? Is he secretly in love with you? I almost spit out a mouthful of salt water. Are you kidding me? If he likes me, he'll eat shit live. I didn't realize that my best friend's bastard guess was right. He really did marry me because he likes me. Victor Van Doren's head drooped on my shoulder. Like a small repair dog. His hot breath hit the side of my neck. Mute voice pouting. Joy. Don't leave me alone. Scared the hell out of me. I thought he was going to say. Cheerful. I want to see you eat shit live. Victor Van Doren. My heart warmed. How does this carry? I've never been very resistant to pouty dudes. I broke into a smile and hugged him back. Releasing a sign of reconciliation. Victor Van Doren laughed and hugged me tighter. I asked him. Are you still going to do this movie? His jealousy flared. Of course. I read the script. There are a lot of kissing scenes in it. I can't stand it when another man kisses you. Me. So. East Coast Scion himself went down to the sea. And co-starred with me in an earthy domineering CEO skit about you chasing me and me running away. It was a hit. Directly broke the circle. Netizens have hot comments. Looking so handsome and so rich. Acting is still so good. Do you kid want to be kissed by me? Soil. Very worried. Mr. Liu. You're so tall. Can't you hug both of us at the same time? You two don't treat us as outsiders. You little girl. You eat so well at home. Enough. I mean enough. This is so disgusting. I can't even act in one episode. No. At this level. What is the heroine running away from? Back upstairs. I guess she's running out to show off. I'm laughing my ass off. I have to admit. This drama is so corny and uptight. Prince. You're so rich. And you're still trying to cheat me out of my 9.9 membership? The capitalists are really not human beings. I have become the hottest female celebrity in recent times because of this drama. At the same time, my past as a melon eater has been revealed by my fans. And I've been given a cute label. My family's jolly melon-eating heroine. Victor Van Doren wrapped his arms around me from behind. His insatiable appetite for the night still intact. And inclined his head just enough to kiss me on the lips with a shallow, low smile. And my girl. Too. I love you. Joy.